my friends, and welcome back to Where Wendy Creates. Today we're going to do some more half square triangles. So I have this beautiful pink and this beautiful white fabrics. They're both cut in, I believe it's 5 1/4 inches. And we're going to go ahead and sew these together and make some half square triangles. We're going to start by taking right sides of both fabrics and putting them together. And then we're going to simply sew point to point. We could take a pencil and with a ruler draw point to point, or we can simply use our point as our starting center and make a 1/4 inch on this side and a 1/4 inch sew on this side. So let me show you how we're doing that. We're putting the very point underneath our machine. And if I can pull my threads out here. With a very point under the foot, taking a couple of stitches, back stitching to lock that in, going forward, aiming the point of our foot at the point of the corner, which makes our sew line approximately a 1/4 inch off, flipping it around, doing the other side identical, and what that is creating is our half square triangle. We have a 1/4 inch on this side, a 1/4 inch on this side. We can press that down to lock in our stitch, bring that to the cutting board, cut right in the middle of that, and then open up these beautiful blocks into our half square triangles and make a beautiful baby quilt. What do you think? Let's make a couple more. Go ahead and take our pink block, and we're going to take our white block, determine which one is upside right on the block, and then we're going to face the two of them together. And again, we're going to put the foot, pointed foot right on the end of the point, and that's going to allow us to sew about a 1/4 inch in, flip it around, do the same thing, and sew a 1/4 inch in. And when we start, we're just simply going to hold those strings so they're out of our way and they don't pull out. A couple of stitches forward, a couple of stitches back to lock that in. Once again, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to take and determine which side is right side up. And with our pink one right side up, we're going to face those two right sides straight up together. And then we're going to put it in to where our point of our two pieces matches up with the point of our foot, and that's going to allow us to sew a 1/4 inch in, and then we'll flip it around and do the other side a 1/4 inch over. Lock stitch when we begin, and we've aimed right at our corner, flipping it around, putting that point to the point of our square block, lock stitching, aiming straight at our corner, and we have our two blocks. Let's do that one more time. And it's called chain stitching when we do more than one together at the same time, so that we pull them all off at the same time. And if it gets to be too much to flip around, simply take your scissors, trim them right in between the two blocks, and you are good to go. Throw those over in the two stacks to bring to the ironing board to iron them or press them, and then we can slit them down the middle and then press them open. And remember, pressing before we cut them and open them up just locks in that stitch further. Okay. Making sure those two blocks are together, point to point. Hoping my fingers don't get too much in the way for you. Now you can either aim at this point with the point of your foot, or you can look at equal distance between the thread line and your foot for that directions. So let's go ahead and lay out several of these blocks at the same time. determine which side is the top and which side is the bottom of our white blocks, and lay them out so we can do chain stitching all together, and line them up under our sewing machine, and just grab them and keep going instead of resetting them each time. And showing our lines where we have stitched a 1/4 inch away from the center of our blocks.